Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are going to take a look at the last 2 days of Monster Strike news and review what things happened. Hopefully you've been up to date on what has been announced on either Twitter/X or the Discord channel, as I have posted the slides up there. But if you've been waiting to see my lovely face again in a review video, then, well, you're in luck. Here it is today. I know this is a little bit later than usual, but I really was lazy today in getting up and doing, Monster Strike stuff after doing it for the last 2 days. So hope you will bear with me, and there's going to be a lot to go through, so we're going to try to fly through this. We're not going to go in super depth of the characters because there's almost like 13, 14 to go through if we include the collab. So without further ado, let's get going. First up was actually the announcement of a new difficulty coming to Monster Strike. It is called Reizetsu here. And, take a look at that kanji, try to get that burned in your mind, what it means. Because I'm not going to make a random English word for Reizetsu. We're just going to learn together that the next difficulty after Gozetsu is Reizetsu. And I'll try my best to remember that kanji as well, because I've never seen that before. Apparently it does refer to blackness, you can tell just by the theme of when we saw it show up on screen. But Reizetsu will be coming in November, and we'll just see how painful it's going to be then. We also got the announcement of a 10-year anniversary event. I'm surprised they didn't actually announce it a little bit earlier. But we will be trying to farm this special character, Ridoora Hime. Hime is princess, by the way. And, it's just a nice, fairly easy quest. I've already max lucked her. And she will be available for the entire month, October 1st to November 1st. So no need to rush, and of course just wait until Monster Strike Day to make it easy and bring some OP monsters to melt the stage really quickly. It's still pretty easy with max. She does have an Evo Form that you can see her, and when you collect 99 luck of this particular monster, you will get various prizes. Well, along the way you'll get some as well. 33 luck, you'll get a special 10-year anniversary badge you can place right next to your name when you play co-op. After 66 luck of this character, you will be able to get a special 10-year anniversary strikers card. And the 99 luck reward is a special app icon for the game, where it does feature the original red Ridoora instead of Oragon as the icon app. I've already changed it to be that. It's a nice nostalgic thing for sure, and I do really appreciate that they did that. So, it's an extra bonus for farming this monster to max luck, but pretty cool nonetheless. Oh yeah, and here's a closer look at the Strikers card in case you are curious. It is, mimicking the opening video that we got for the 10-year anniversary, so pretty cool to see, and a lot of cool monsters there as well. Here we go. We are kicking off the last month of the 10-year anniversary celebrations, and that does mean you did get 100 free orbs upon login on October 1st, midnight Japan time. Remember, you must use or lose these orbs by October 31st, 23:59 Japan time. It should not be a problem to find a way to spend these 100 orbs because of, well, an event that we're going to be talking about a little bit later today. And of course, I'm sure you are well aware and quite, and if I were to guess, a lot of you are disgruntled at the fact that the next collab is Tokyo Revengers. I, of course, have no strong opinions either way. A collab is a collab. I'm not excited. I'm not disappointed. It's just there. So, okay. But I do understand that people were not happy that this was the 10-year anniversary collab. There was something more that could be done. Sure. But also, it's okay. I think one other thing is they really wouldn't want a big name collab to also get overshadowed by all the other stuff. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not at Mixie. Good luck to them to deal with it. Here are the gacha monsters. We've got Ryuguji Ken here in dark. And here's his abilities here. I believe, right? Transport wall, always good to see. Got the killers, block with Mind Super M and transport wall. Got some modern nulls, so that's always good to see. And as always for collab characters, make sure you take a look at the official videos to see which, how the strike shot actually functions, because they do have special abilities there. And of course, when I do my rundown video, probably tomorrow, we will see the actual multipliers that go with the respective strike shots of these characters. For the second gacha, we got the light element with Mitsuya Takashi here in light. And yeah, Magic Circle boost, Minesweeper, and Warp, including block. So that is 4 nulls. So that is pretty nice to see with that. We got some Chozetsu bump combos with Pierce Homing 12 and a Defense Down Blast as well. So certainly could see him shine somewhere in the game as well. And the big winner, oh, that should say Gacha 3, but the big winner of this Gacha is absolutely Sano Manjiro. Sano Manjiro is going to have a place in the Castle 3 stage, where he will be able to really do some good damage there. You've got the damage wall, Minesweeper, first killer, and resist M to even, take down some of the damage that you get in that stage, right? That blast damage hurts, right? Magic Circle, Transport Wall, Dash, and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. The Strike Shot having Grand Command as well. You defense down all your touched enemies and a follow-up. So very, very useful with Manjiro here. And of course, the bump combo. I saw people complaining about the fact he got Neo's bump combo, which I think is ridiculous. Everybody will eventually lose their special bump combo. Moses is the only exception, but that was just plain broken, so they had to get rid of that. All enemy Pierce split shot is also his bump combo. So I think without a doubt that Manjiro here is your key player that you want from the Collab. And also you got Matsuno, Chifuyu, and Hayashida Haruki as your as your 4 5-star monsters from the gacha. Make sure you get at least one of them. It's almost always worth it to get those guys in your box. But this is a standard length collab. You'll see it end on October 15th, 11:59 a.m. Japan time. And of course, for every 10 pull you do on this gacha, you will pick up a special good job stamp. You will never get a dupe. It'll just slowly pick it out of the pool until you get all of them after 9 10 pulls. So if you really do like the collab, make sure you go ahead and pick that up. You also have a paid pack unit. This is a collab, no surprise here. If you are to purchase this pack, you will get, this is the only way, you will be able to get Baji Keisuke here in blue. And you got here anti-warp, anti-speed down, you got a killer on the main 2, as well as block and inner strength. Always good to see Power Field and Bakuzetsu Blast, but as is almost always the case with these paid pack monsters, it's a nice monster to have, but nothing that is essential, game-breaking, must-have level of monsters, which is great. You don't really want to see people being forced to pay money because a monster is so strong. Now, we got the quest event monsters. These are the ones that you can farm to max luck. You've got Hanma Shuji, Hanemiya Kazutora in light, and Kisaki Tetta in dark. And then you have your 4 5-star quests that are available all the time with Osanai Nobutaka and Kiyomizu Masataka here in Fire and Wood, respectively. And hey, all of the names of the quests are in English, so hopefully you can easily track them down. These quests will be available until the 15th as well. And as is the case with the collab, we have an Insidious quest available. It is featuring, I guess this is the gang name, right? Valhalla here. And this will be our Chokyu Kyoku Insidious quest that you take on. You will not actually get that boss as a drop, but rather you just need to clear it once. And once you clear it, you will get a Max Luck Baji and Matsuno pair monster along with a special badge. So it'll probably be on the difficult side, but you only need to clear it once. Here is the monster that you will get on clear. Remember, this will come to you as Max Luck right away. And there is some missions available. Basically, actually we can go to my game screen, right? There we go. On the main screen, you can go to the mission here, and you can see. Actually, I'm going to turn off the sound just in case because I got dinged last time. But you can see here that there will be 5 characters available that you can report your mission as being complete to. These missions do change every day, it seems, so you're going to have to check in. And unfortunately, I'll do my best to put the mission translations when I see it. But otherwise, go to the Discord channel or Twitter to find other folks who can help you out. Like, for example, you can see Revive. And that's why I was saying on stream, if you can read Japanese katakana, that will help you a lot. It'll give you an idea of what you need to do. Because, for example, the first one, if you can read katakana, you would be able to get Speed Kuritan Collab quest no kan clear, right? And you also see a 5 in there. And so you will eventually you'll get the idea. You'll speed you'll see a lot. That's speed clear. Turn 5, collab quest, no con, no continue, clear. You could actually get that yourself if you can read katakana, right? Because at least with katakana, you just have to go to English and then you're good. You don't have to go from reading Japanese, understanding Japanese, translating into English, and hope it makes sense. Now, obviously, the second one saying no con on revive, that's pretty obvious, right? Third one may be a little bit difficult, right? Kara. You would have to recognize sonota. I keep that in Japanese on purpose as well. Something you have to keep in mind on your own. But anyways, clear the mission. When you clear it, you'll get a button here so that you can report your results to that particular character, and you will get some rewards. Do note that clearing quests do not carry over to the next day, obviously, since they changed. So you can't. There's no reason to clear more than one mission. Clear one, report the results, and get your rewards. Oops. All right. There we go. And when you get missions cleared, you will be collecting this character in your box. You'll get Hanagaki Takemichi here in your box. And, oh yeah, like I said, when you clear a mission, you'll see that button. Click one, and then report your results. You'll get your reward. Various rewards here. You'll get a total of 146 of that what was his name? Yeah, Hanagaki there. Along with some voice sets, you'll get some badges, some in-game items, and eventually the ability to evolve him into one of 2 different forms that you see here. Now, what is important is with his special form that you see on the right, if you complete a mission to the same person twice, you will get a special sub-bump combo of that Evo Form. But this is very important that this is a unique character. You will only ever get one drop of that monster with that special bump combo there. So you need to make sure that you do not accidentally fuse that special monster into another one, or you sell it for whatever reason. You are only ever going to get one copy with that special bump combo. So please be careful about that, right? You know, I put that red warning thing there specifically so you can see that. So please be careful. And then we have our login bonuses. Every day you'll be getting 10 copies of that character. I already forget it. Hanagaki. You'll get 10 copies every day. And then day 2 and 5 you'll get a Tokudama, which you can pull on the gacha for a free single pull. And as is the case with any gacha, any monster that you get through the pay pack or the missions are always functioning as a max luck, regardless of their current luck, for the duration of the collab. But remember, once the collab ends, it will actually go back to their luck value. So if you want Hanagaki to continue being a max luck monster, don't forget to get up to 99. And we don't need this because they actually did an event in the stream, so good for them. Let's see, Transcensions. At that point, we had one left in Gen Pool because they General Pool because they announced Fugen and Monju on the 30th, and this was the ability here. The release date is now determined. We'll talk about that at the end of the stream. But I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see where Fugen and Monju can shine here, but obviously they're not the key piece of the day. Another monster that was announced on the 30th was Yatagarasu, and it's really cool. I actually prefer to see Yatagarasu back in its bird form, so this was, I think, a good decision on their part to go there. He gets a Transcension Kai. I mean, I don't know. Nothing really stands out for me either about him, but we'll see if there's any place for him to shine as well. And we also got Hallelujah, which bring it down to 2 limited monsters that did not have their Transcension yet. I think the art looks amazing for Hallelujah here. Pierce Paladin balance, and you get speed down wall as well with the damage wall and gravity barrier at the super level. Always good to see Grand Motivate as well, and you get that increasing weak point effectiveness, so I think you'll be able to do some good stuff, along with the fact that this is going to be the first monster with the Chozetsu attack down blast as well, so we'll have to see. I'm sure where he's strong, he'll be really strong, and hopefully worth it after some time wallowing without much use. 'Cause Hallelujah, I don't think had much heyday when he got his new form. And then here we got probably a lot of people really excited about this. I was too. Daki getting her Kai form as well, and I don't know, looks super cute, which is awesome to see. We got Gravity Barrier Transport Wall. I love to see that. Anti-Warp with Poison Killer, assuming you get the requirement there, which is not a difficult one, right? 2 non-Demon Mancers should not be a difficult thing to do. And obviously Strike Shot synergizes with her Connect skill so that you get to poison people and then you get to do damage to her. So also want to find a buddy with her that can help poison along the way. Satellite 4 and Reflect Wall Bomb. I think well worth the upgrade there for Daki to shine coming up. And for those of you who are lucky enough to have the Christmas version like I do, here's what it looks like. Very nice. Very nice. No more, enough said. And the release date was that night. So, people, you should have it already. It was available yesterday at 10 p.m. So, for those of you who missed out on that, make sure you go and transcend her to that new Kai form. Alright, so that was day 1. Now, give me a second to load the next set of slides so we can go to day 2. So, give me a second and we will jump to there. Alright, we are back and let's start with October. Oh, well, hold on. I also can change this too, huh? There we go. Now we get the October 1st worth of Monster Strike news. Let's get going. They did announce a new paid pack that will be available for a limited time, including limited time monsters, which I thought was clever. I think we had it before. This pack will only be focused on monsters that were released in the last year. So between the 9-year anniversary and the 10-year anniversary, if a monster was released, and that does include alpha time limited monsters. It of course does not include any collab monsters, but usually these kind of packs exclude time limited monsters like the alphas. So as long as it was released between the 9th and 10-year anniversary, like Lorelei Alpha you see there on the banner, you have a chance to get them again. However, it's just a chance. There's no guarantee you'll get that. It's just a 6-star monster within that year span. You also get the items you see on the right, 8 orbs, an Arabelle, a Insta Transcend Charl, and a EXP ticket, all for just 1,000 yen. That's not too bad if you're willing to spend some money in the game. Seems like it is worth it to me, even though I won't do it since I am free to play. Another thing coming with the next update in the game is that we're going to get the ability to sell 5-star or less monsters a little bit easier. You will now have the option to filter for whether you want 4 or less, 5 or less rarity, and then whether they came from the premium gacha or any drop monsters. Get that option. However, the game will prevent you from selling automatically any 5-star or less premium gacha monsters, right? So that means either a gacha monster that is pre its evolution ascended form, or anybody that you have already evolved from their base 4-star from. You will not be able to auto sell any of those 5-star or less gacha monsters. But the 4-star or less monsters you do get from the gacha that you don't care about, you can sell that really quickly with a touch of a button, which is a big update in my opinion to help get, you know, that selling time go by faster. You can now also search for bump combos and strike shot text in game. This is great for people who can actually understand Japanese. Maybe you're looking for a blast type bump combo in general. Yes, there's the filter, but hey, now you can just type it real quick. You don't have to search for it, which I think is a real big boost. And probably a big thing is that strike shot text search. Right, this is for the actual description, not the title of the strike shot. But if you're looking for something specific, maybe like you can see on the example here, jakten, anything that has to do with weak points, you can get that up real quick. And that has been an impossibility for up until now. No filters are pointing to strike shot related stuff, so this is huge. But an important warning for those of you who can do this in Japanese, that if it's in kanji, you need to search for kanji. You're not going to be able to search the reading for it. For example, you need to put in the kanji bakuhatsu to look for that, because that's how it is in the text, and not try and put in hiragana bakuhatsu. It won't work. So please be careful about that. But that is specifically for those of you who can actually do this stuff in Japanese. We are going to get the reset of normal quests. Not only are we going to get 5 new quests added to the normal quest area, every quest that you see until now will be collapsed into 2 quests. It'll make it easier. Really, there's no need for those older quests to have 4 sub-quests under it, so it'll just be collapsed into 2. Don't worry, they said all EXP or whatever earnings that you would have gotten in those 4 quests will be collapsed into the 2 that comes there. It'll just make your life a little bit easier. But of course, since they're saying we are resetting all this, make sure you take the time to go in and clear them all first, because there is over a total of 150 orbs waiting for you there that you need to clear before the reset happens, and then you can get again after the reset happens. So please make sure you do not forget to go in and complete your normal quest statuses, because if you don't, you are going to be wasting a lot of EXP and orbs, right? Both of them will be reset, right? Well, it's the whole area, so it's gonna be reset. And for those of you starting, you know, people probably warned you, wait, don't do your bonus quest until you have this, and this. That's out the window now. Make sure you finish it before the update happens, which we'll talk about when exactly at the end. This was really cool. We got the announcement of the Transcension of Sanctuary Dragon. Hopefully you still have him. If not, you'll get him again when the rewards get reset, but you will be able to unlock his Transcension as you clear the normal quest. That's pretty cool. When that animation came out for him, I was super excited. But look on the right, the new missions will also give new rewards, and you see those very nice and rare items you see there, the dice, the Connect Skill Scroll, and the EL Wakumin. Make sure you don't miss out on that. Those are very, very tasty normal quest rewards. And next is something that somebody said it in the live chat, and I was like, no, it's been too soon. It's not gonna happen. Well, we are getting it. We are getting the library reset with this new version upgrade. That means over 780 orbs is up for grabs again. But that means you need to finish those quests before the rollover happens with the new version. So get on it. Remember, you are point limited to complete these library quests, so you can't do that much in a day. There are some campaigns that may give you may cost 0 points before. If you take advantage of the campaign, it'll only cost 0 points, so you're not limited by the amount of library points you can spend. But you can also use your Edu Bell so that you get that campaign whenever you want. So I assume they're gonna have something just before this all ends, but I would not wait. This takes forever and a half to do. I got sick of it last time. I'll probably get sick of it this time, but let's see how far I can get, because I do have almost 700 plus orbs to farm in the library, and that, I mean, that would be nice. It would be a waste, literally a waste, to not do that. The only, you know, exchange is all the time you're gonna have to spend to do it, which up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. Reset's not over. We got more resets. Remember those missions where you got orbs and tickets just for spending stamina to you know, complete these missions? That process will progress will be reset, and you can get those orbs again. That's 10 total orbs and 10 tickets that you can also get just by playing the game. So that's pretty awesome. And this is really nice too. The first time co-op rewards, where you play with somebody via co-op for the very first time, is also going to be reset. That is a total of 100 orbs again that you can pick up just by playing co-op with strangers. So no stranger danger here. Take advantage of that when the reset happens. Also, if you have not completed that right now, make sure you do it before the update happens. So you add that all together, that is over 1,000 orbs that you can pick up again after the update happens. And if you haven't done it already, you can get that many orbs before the update happens too. So do take advantage of that. I know I have at least you know, I probably 800 some odd orbs that I can pick up before the break. We'll see if I can get to it, because I don't know, I get sick of these kind of things pretty easily. We'll see. And I understand, but you know, for it to be worth it, I want you to guys think about it very, very carefully, because it's a lot of free orbs. The 27.0 update that you saw up until now will be slated for sometime in the middle of October. Middle of October is going to come here like nothing. So make sure you get on it. There's a lot of stuff you need to do, and be careful. Library quests, you need to be the host to get the clear, right? So you're not going to be able to co-op this out easily. So whether I can do this on both my, I'll probably have to like double fist my my accounts to do this. We'll see. Anyways, we got the announcement of a new evolution form. It is Shin Juushinka. I'm going to be calling it True Transcension in my slides, but either that or the Japanese name Shin Juushinka. You can see it in English there on the bottom too, so you can get used to it. But True Transcension Shin Juushinka, we got the announcement that the first 3 characters to get this new form will be Nanami, Strike, and Loki. However, no details today. We'll figure that out on the next Monster Strike news on October 5th. And for those of you in Japan, they did announce another campaign. The Tanaka Kushikatsu campaign is about to wrap up, but in exchange, we will be getting this one with Sushiro, a very nice revolving sushi chain. They will also be able to take advantage of that Dekake spot bonus, where you can get those gold coins. You'll get a special badge that features sushi on it, which is very tempting. But you can also go to the Sushiro restaurants and get those special stores where you're guaranteed to get a gold. Obviously, Japan only. Now, we got some peeks into the celebration, 10-year celebration events. We've got 6 so far, so we have 7, 8, 9, and 10 left to go. We will be talking about 7 and 8 today. And for those of you who watch this on the live stream, I hope you are listening to this very carefully, because I described this incorrectly on the stream, and this is very important because what I said on stream is very different from what actually happens with this. So please pay attention again, even if you watched on screen. So this comes into 2 phases. First is the collecting and spending phase. In-game, actually we can show right now, right? Yeah, before it wasn't there, but in-game, you will be able to see this gauge here, where you see this green gauge and this blue gauge. And what this gauge is doing is it's keeping track of 2 things. The green gauge is keeping track of the amount of orbs that you have earned in-game through free methods, by like what? Clearing quests, well, I guess clearing quests is going to be the main thing, right? Like any event quest, the Tower of Champions, normal quests, the library. If you have earned orbs through the game, it will be counted in the green gauge. Obviously, this means if you are paying money, you cannot just fill out this gauge quickly, right? You have to actually earn it in game. But gathering 250 orbs should not be a difficult thing, especially with all the library stuff we've been talking about. But you will have to put effort. You will not just naturally get 250 orbs, I think. 100 orbs is easy. 250 orbs, you have to actually put some effort, right? Now, the blue gauge is keeping track of the amount of orbs you have spent in-game. And this will keep track of either when you do a gacha or when you increase your box size. I'm not sure if there's anything else you can spend orbs on in-game. Right? I don't know. But those are probably your 2 main ways to spend orbs. And this is important. The 10-year anniversary free orbs that you got at the start of the month do not count for either of these gauges. Whether you didn't earn them, right? It was given to you. And you're not counting them for when you spend them, right? Because they were given to you for free, right? So this is a reminder that the 10-year anniversary free orbs that you got do not count to this gauge. The other important thing you see here is that both gauges are capped at 250. So you can't just keep collect, spend to really go crazy with this. Ooh, what's with my hair today? To go crazy with this event. So there is a limit of 250 orbs. And the important thing here is that the smaller of the 2 values will be counted for the next stage at the Orb Back challenge. So you can see right now, because the smaller of the 2 gauges is 28, only 28 orbs will be eligible for the second half of this event. Alright, now if you hit the maximum 250, then great, 250 orbs is eligible. So that's very important that you keep that in mind. Now, the next stage of this event is guessing the winners. You can see on the bottom half that you see two funny looking guys with, painful expressions. These guys are comedians. We've got Kuki Kaidan in red, and we've got Onigoe Tomahawk in blue. Great comedians. I love them both. But they're going to be undergoing some challenges here. And it's up to you to guess which side is going to win. Right? We got the red side or the blue side. And honestly, I don't think it doesn't really matter what you know about these comedians, right? It's basically 5 coin tosses, right? Like, I mean, I can tell you that the guy on the left is fairly chunky, his body form, but he is a heavy gambler, so he can, he'll have like that push, maybe that gambling push. And the blue guy, I don't know, he definitely seems a nicer guy, even though his shtick is being an angry yelling dude as a comedian. So I'm not sure if that makes a difference on what they're doing here. What is important that both sides, if they win their respective event, they will get 100k yen as a reward. So they do have a monetary incentive to win this battle. So each side is going to give it their all to get that money, right? But basically, these events are all going to be, relating to Monster Strike gimmicks. The first one here is that, they're going to be going against the damage walls, which is electricity shocks. So they're going to be finishing through that pain. We've got this one with a mine gimmick here. Looks like they're playing Jenga, and I think that's a balloon in the background that's just going to expand. So who can, play with a, calm mind through that. And then we got blocks here. They have to just be able to pummel through real blocks and see who can do that the fastest. Fourth one is wind. I guess there's going to be some really nasty, smelly stuff going on in there. And they're doing a blindfolded Kihai Giri, I think it's called. Yeah, Kihai Giri, yeah. And basically, you're trying to listen for things, and obviously with that nasty smell, if they make a noise, you'll be able to know where they are, and then you can slap them, and then whoever can hit the other person first wins. And then the fifth one is Gravity Bearer, and look like they're doing a free throw, but they have extra weights on them to make it heavier to do it, so whoever can get more points will win. So you basically guess the winner of each stage. I can't give you advice on which one is going to be which. It's a pure crapshoot here. Just pick whatever you think is going to be fun. But do make sure you pick, because if you do not participate, you will not get any rewards. And here's the rewards. So remember how I was saying the lower of the two values that you had in the first half will be what is used to calculate your reward in the end. And you can see here is the back percentage that you get based on the amount of questions you get right. If you get nothing right, you'll get 10% back. 1 right, you'll get 20% back. 2 right, you'll get 40% back. 3 right, you'll get 60% back. 4 right, you'll get 80% back. And if you get them all right, you'll get 200% back. Which means the biggest possible reward you can get from this area is 500 orbs. If you max out that gauge to 250, both sides, which means you have earned 250 orbs in-game. You have spent 250 orbs in-game. You could win 500 orbs back from this event. Now, this is where I want to be careful, because this is where I screwed up. I thought we were getting the 250 back no matter what. That is not the case, right? You are just keeping track of these orbs, and you are spending these orbs. Those orbs are gone. You are not guaranteed to get those orbs back, right? Let me say that again. You are only going to get a percentage of the orbs back, as you see in this chart here, based on how many you get right. And because this is basically 5 coin flips in a row, the chances you getting 5 correct is very, very low. I don't think there's anything that will bias you towards one side or the other because of the comedian's demeanor or how they interact or what you know about them. You're gonna have to do your best and pray that your coin flips are the worst, but the best, right? So basically, you should expect you're gonna get maybe 2 or 3 right at best, right? That's gonna be your average result. So assume you're gonna get 50%-ish back of your investment here. Are you okay with spending 250 orbs? Are you gonna be doing that naturally anyway? Sorry, got a phone call. Are you okay with getting 50% ish back? I know that's probably not the proper expected value, since the 5 is so much higher than what you normally get. But I would say getting 2 or 3 right is what you would expect to get from this being a coin flip. So the max, if you max out your orbs, the bottom chart will show you what you will get back as a result of that, right? You spend and earn 250. If you get nothing right, at minimum, you'll get 25 orbs back, right? If you spend, if you get 1 right, you'll get 50 back. 2 right, you'll get 100 back. 3 right, you'll get 150 back. 4 right, you'll get 200 back. And if you get super lucky and get all 5 right, you'll get 500 back. But realize that you've spent 250 orbs already. 0 through 4, you'll get less back, right? So don't do this because oh, I'm gonna get it back, everything is good like I thought it was gonna be, right? For the most part, you are not gonna get your orbs back here. You can get some of it back, but you're not gonna get all of it back. So be careful about that. So make sure you're spending orbs because you want to spend orbs, right? Don't spend orbs because it's I'm gonna get 250 back at the end of the month. No, right? And I apologize for misinterpreting that at the first time, but this is up to you now. This is up to you to make sure that you follow back up, and this is why you subscribe to my channel, right? So that when I make a mistake, you can come back and make sure you understand how things work. So I apologize that I misinterpreted it the first time, but I think a lot of people also misinterpreted it. I see that in the Discord, many people saying the wrong thing as well. I'm sure people on the stream live are going to misinterpret it. So just be careful, right? You're only going to get a percentage back, right? So in summary, earn and spend. Yes, get orbs back, but no guarantee you'll get everything back. In fact, you should expect to not get all of it back. And again, let me say this one more time. If you do not vote in this, oops. Yeah, it's not in Japanese. If you do not guess, you will not get anything back. Even though it says 0 correct, if you do not guess, you are not part of this event. And so you will not get anything back. So make sure, doesn't matter. You are already spending and collecting these orbs outside of this event, right? Make sure you go in here and confirm your bet here with all of these, right? You're not spending any additional orbs. You've already done that under your own volition, right? This is just making sure that you get participation in this. So even if you get all of it wrong, you'll still get 10% of your spent collected orbs back, all right? The other anniversary event that we got was the Godstriker Thanks Co-op Gacha. We are going to, let's go back to the new screen. I don't need the game screen there. Yeah. The Godstriker Thanks Co-op Gacha. We've had this before. It's in a different form, right? They said last year this was going to end, but they said the Bakuzetsu Kancha form is going to end. This year we get the Godstriker Thanks version of this. And it is a little bit different. Let's take a look at what changes here. Last year, we were able to pick from 3 different elements to fill out our gacha. Now, it's a little bit different. Now, we get to pick from 1 of 12 gachas. So we can filter down our gacha results to specific limited monsters. And that will be what we pick from for this gacha. Which is interesting. I'm not sure, like for the elemental gachas, it will help boost your chance to get a specific limited monster very, 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 very higher that way. But for the other ones, I don't know. I just don't know. That's an interesting prospect. But you are now having the ability to limit which gacha you are doing your 10 pulls from. And you will get 10 monsters from the gacha you select and get to pick one of them from your results to keep. Now, remember how it worked before when you co-opt with up to 3 other friends, in that everybody else would get their selection, they pick their monster, and you also get the monster they pick. Everybody was excited for that, but there's always that problem where, what if person B wanted this monster, but A, C, and D wanted a different monster? Then you had to fight for it and be like, come on, man, I know you have that, but all three of us don't have this exclusive. Let's pick that one. That monster problem is no longer there because... Oh, my headset just died. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, sorry guys. Not only did I get a call from home, but also my headset died at the same time. So, well, I guess for you it's not an interruption, but I've definitely lost my train of thought. But let me just go over the slide one more time because I forgot where I left off. But basically, how this new Gozetsu gacha will work is that each of your friends will pick which gacha they want to pick from, and then they get the 10 results. But now he or she gets to pick whatever monster they want to grab, and then you get to pick from that 10 as well. So you are not going to be handcuffed with what your friend picks, or your friend number 2, friend number 3. They get to pick whichever combination of 4 monsters that they like the most. So the only thing you need to coordinate between you and your friends is which gacha do you want to pick from. Do you all really want a monster from a particular gacha? Then maybe you should do one at a time and see what the tempo looks like, and then decide, okay, well, I want that, so I can actually pull this other one. Are you guys okay with that? That's what you need to do now. So as long as you guys are all in agreement that whatever gachas you are pulling from matches up, then you should be. So please be careful about that. That is a huge difference from last time. And that's it. They did not go over the last 2 that were that you can see in the silhouettes there. So we'll have to wait in a few more weeks to see what those last 2 campaigns will actually be. And we will wrap it up with the announcement of the Transcension and Transcension Kais. We started out with Kamui with a very cool video of him in action, and as expected, he has no voice, just the sound. So that was pretty cool. Here's what you get for Kamui here: Gravity Barrier, Damage Walls, Universe Killer, Bump Combo X2. That's very important here because his bump combos, the Gold Lightning and the Super Expanding Bomb, are quite strong. So while I think it might look a little bit, even, you know, Shiro was saying, like, on first glance, it's like, but if you think about it, that bump combo times 2 is probably going to do a lot of damage out there. So you have to wait and see to play it around to see how it goes with him. You know, and Universe Killer not going to be as good, I think, but you have Weak Point Killer and Robot Bibelith Killer. That's going to come in really handy, especially if that Weak Point is in the middle of the monsters. That Gold Lightning is going to do insane damage to that, I guarantee it. And of course, his strike shot is going to be a little bit technical. You need to make sure you hit as many walls, unique walls, as you can before he does a bash and kick attack. So be careful about how you use Kamui's strike shot there. And then we got the announcement of Enma here, who is the second to last limited character without a Transcension. That should not be Kai, that should be just Transcension. I apologize for that. But Enma here, a lot of interesting changes here, right? Just straight up power boosts to his existing abilities. You get Gravity Barrier, Minesweeper, Speed Down Wall, and Anti-Block. So that's 4 nulls that you'd love to see. Soul Steel goes to an L level. You also have Super Minesweeper L, which is always nice to see. You have Mines to start with, and you're at the second highest level of bonus damage there. Bubbly mode for a set amount of turn. Remember, that's reducing the slowdown rate as you hit walls and monsters. And a new bump combo, Glitter Ball, for the first time in its super form, will be very nice, I'm sure. And they did also make sure to highlight the fact that Enma here has 50k attack waiting for him. He has always been a monster with an insane stat value for the attack. That stays true here in his Transcended form. So look forward to see what he can do. No like actual attack bonuses in his skill set, but he himself has the attack bonus that you might want. So pretty cool monster for sure. And then we get it, finally everybody's been waiting for her, Montana getting her Transcension. Sorry, that shouldn't be Kai as well. This is a copy paste issue, I apologize for that again. But Montana, yes, she is a Union class type. You're not going to see much of that But Super Mind, Super M, Counter Killer, Demon Mancer, Killer M, Fiend Killer M. And then on the gauge, you got Super Anti-Warp, Anti-Block, and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. For those of you who do farm Fukashigi, the EX stage in the Abyss Shinen levels, she is perfect for that stage. So that gives me a little bit of motivation there. Strike Shot is, she will fire a piercing shot in the direction you point at, and anybody in the way will be delayed, and that scales based on the number of enemies hit. And I do believe that the power for that Strike Shot is quite high, so it is quite strong. But of course, one downside is that you don't actually move as part of your Strike Shot, which is always a bummer. I like Strike Shot that makes you move around and do extra damage. But Bump Combo looking good with the Chozetsu Pierce Homing 12 and Rampage Wall Bomb. So glad to see Montana finally getting some love there. And here's the release schedule that they posted, you know, faking that this is it. Obviously, that's not it, because there is still more. Yes, Excalibur, he is the last limited monster to get his Transcension. And let's take a look at that here. We've got Paladin. Blast type, I forgot to move around. I apologize for all the mistakes, but it was quite late. Super Anti-Warp, Anti-Magic Circle, Drone, Biton, Breaker, Barrier M, and then on the gauge you have Super Anti-Speed Down Wall along with Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer, which is insane because his Strike Shot is Power Up on each wall hit and Grand Command. That is a Kabedon with a Grand Command. Very, very strong. On top of that, you've got the Bump Combo with the Auto Javelin Burst, which apparently does 4x his normal Auto Javelin damage, and on top of that, when it lands on an enemy, it explodes with a White Eel Blast level of damage, which also activates other people's bump combos. So, wow. And on top of that, you got the Super Discharge, right? That's the Setsuna bump combo, right? It's the one that gains damage as you bump to more enemies. So, very strong monster. Not a surprise to see that, because, I mean, Excalibur X, right? 10 makes sense, right? If you got lucky and also got his New Year's alternate form, here's how it looks. I think this looks beautiful. That is very, very awesome looking Excalibur New Year's form. And it went live last night, 10 p.m. after the event happened. You could use him. He's active now, so go ahead and play around with him. But that was not it, because they finished off the day with Gabby. Yes, Gabby. There wasn't any wood monsters getting any love today, so I think people had an inkling about something related to Gabby. And here you go, Gabriel with 2 forms. In fact, this is the first form here. Mind Super M, Anti-Magic Circle, Water Element Resist, and then on the gauge Anti-Warp with Inner Strength. Connect skill, Super Anti-Damage Wall, Water Slayer, and Protection. Requirements is a little bit tricky. You need 2 non-Sprite classes and 2 non-Blast types in your party, so be careful about that. Strike Shot is turning into Pierce, and you will spend you spend HP to power yourself up, and you will also null damage walls, gravity barriers, warps, and mines. Bump Combo is Copy and Attack Speed Up. This is very different from the standard Evo Form line that we've seen of Gabby, right? That had like the static electricity bump combos, and also I think had like a Light Slayer that's no longer here. So they have tweaked her a little bit here, but I think easily finds a place in, I think this was C2? Yeah, C2, I think they showed her off. So, very much a monster that will have a good place in the current meta and used right away. And like I said, this was not it. There was another form of Gabriel here. You've got the Ascended line that has always been kept intact, looking very nice as well. You can also get this form. Super Anti-Wind, Magic Circle Boost M, Water Element Resist M, and then on the gauge, Repeat Hit Killer M and Dash M. Connect skill, you got Anti-Warp, Super Mind Sweeper M, and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. Requirements being easier, right? 2 or more non-Sprite classes, or your team HP hits 120k or more. Strike Shot is a power-up, and you will do a Poison Meteor to all hit enemies, where the poison damage increases by the number enemies hit. And then you get a new bump combo called the High Relation Cutter, along with Chozetsu Pierce Spread EL5. Now, if you don't know how the Relation Cutter works, it would just go to your friendly unit, the next unit, and then back to you, and then do this a few times. Now, High Relation Cutter kind of does the same thing that we saw with the Plasma right? Instead of just going to the character itself, it goes all the way to the wall and then goes to the next monster, then targets the next monster and goes to the wall, targets the next monster, goes to the wall, and over and over. And that does mean it covers a lot more area, a lot more range, does a lot more damage, and just ever so much more powerful than its original version. So definitely something you should look at to see in person with your eyes. It looks pretty awesome. And of course, if you got lucky enough to have the New Year's version of Gabby, you can get this form of her, which I think is the best. You can also... Oh yeah. Sorry, I got these out of order. You also have the MV form available as well. And then they did announce that this would be live at midnight tonight. So 10 o'clock was Excalibur, midnight is Gabby. Very cool. This is active right now if you want to play around with Gabriel in game. And so here's the summary, right? We got Excalibur tonight at 10 p.m. Gabby forms 1 and 2 at midnight. Hallelujah will be on October 3rd midnight. Kamui October 4th midnight. Yatagarasu October 4th noon. And then Enma on the 5th of midnight. Fugen Monju you'll see at the 5th noon. And then Montana, the last monster to truly get a Transcension, will be on October 6th midnight. And then Sanctuary Dragon, he's a drop monster, so I don't consider him a gacha monster, but he will be getting his Transcension on whenever the version 27.0 drops in mid-October. And that is it today. Oh my god, it's almost an hour, but you know, that's how much news we had to go through. The next news will be on the 5th of October, and they did confirm that we'll get more information about the new Shin Juushinka characters, Nanami, Godstriker, and Loki. We'll see how crazy they are. If they're difficult to activate, God knows what's going to be there. But for those of you who did spend the time with me online during the events, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if I just want to like do some live streams trying to clear the library quests, you guys can watch while I do that, because it's going to be a slog to go through. Maybe. I don't know. If you're interested, let me know. But we'll see. I'll just get through that little by little eventually. But let me know if you have any questions. That was a lot of content to go through. I know if anything wasn't clear, especially, you know, again, I apologize for misrepresenting the number 7 celebration where you get the orbs back. You're not going to get all of it back, which is huge. And me misstating that, I hope you guys don't misappropriate your orbs because you're expecting it all back. So please be careful about that. Anyways, do hit the like button, subscribe if you're still here. I'll give you a like too if you comment, because sitting through 52 hours to some guy talking is insane. So hats off to you. Monst on Twitter/X to get all of these slides whenever you want. They're also on the Discord channel, so you can talk with folks who love the game, speak English too. That's it. I think my voice is about to die. Until next time, bye bye.